Hi, today we're going to do something a little bit different. Recently we got quite a lot of products for reviews from a lot of manufacturers, and we are going to review them, but there is Photokina in about a week, so it will take some time, but we will get there. But before that, we are actually going to do a little box opening, and we received these three packages, and we are going to take a look at them. So I'm going to start with this small one. This is actually the only one that I purchased. I'm going to do this Casey Neistat style. So let's see what we have here. Okay, that's interesting. We have two rods here, 15mm rods, and this nice small adapter, which you can see here. These are the rods. This thing comes from a company or manufacturer called SmallRig, which you can see here. They are threaded, female threaded on both sides, the rods. And the part that I actually ordered is this small thing over here, which you can use to lock onto the rods. I happen to have here the rods that we are using sometimes, and it's very easy. You can put it like this, open this lock, need to open it a little bit more, maybe remove this. This, by the way, is a 1/4" 20 screw to a rod type screw, which is an interesting adapter all on its own. Oh, here we go. So it requires to open it a little bit, and then you have this adapter. Now, actually, we didn't buy this to use this on a rod necessarily. What you have here, which is nice, is 1/4" 20 on all sides. So what you can do with this is basically connect something, and then in a 90-degree angle or in a 180-degree angle, you can connect another thing. And it's a big problem because it's very hard to find adapters which lets you connect things on two sides and are very, very small and inexpensive. This is relatively inexpensive, and as you can see, it's pretty small. I actually don't need for this task the whole rod thing, but it's still nice to have, and you can use it, and it doesn't make the whole thing too big. So this is one thing. Again, this is something that we just ordered for ourselves. You can, of course, use it more traditionally on a rod for, let's say, a single rod follow focus or a sound recorder or something of that sort. But I'm still not sure what we're going to use it for, but I'm probably going to find some use for it. So this was one thing, probably the least interesting and expensive out of these three packages. So let's open this one. This is supposed to be much more interesting. This comes for us from China. You can see the writing. Let's see what we get inside. So first of all, we have here some sort of a cleaning fabric with actually a QR code. Okay, we have some documents in Chinese, and then we have the name of the lens, which is Kerlee. So Kerlee or something like that. This is basically entirely in Chinese. Okay, let's see what we have inside. Okay, now we're getting into the interesting part. So, put this aside. As you can see, this is a lens box. It's already open. very well wrapped. We have this very large and padded, this is hard foam, by the way. You can't see from this angle, but from the above perspective you can actually see. Oh, this is very nice. Okay, so in case you didn't guess, this is a 35mm f1.2 lens. This is supposed to be a Nikon mount. You can see very large back element or rear element. Now obviously we are going to do a review, full review on that, but this is just a box opening. It has this hood, which I need to figure out how to connect. Oh, just like that. Very, very nice design. It's actually more compact than I thought. Very smooth focus ring, very, very smooth. The throw is also very long. You have a declicked aperture. So, let's see. Yeah, you can actually hear that. Very nice. The front element, I don't see any markings on the size. Not on here. 72mm. So fairly large for a 35mm lens. The lens itself feels fairly heavy, but again, pretty compact. So we will be taking this with us to Photokina. Photokina is about a week from now, from the time that we are actually shooting this. There's a little bit of wind. So this is going to be with us in Photokina. We are going to use it to shoot either interviews or some other things during Photokina, and we'll give you our impressions later on. Going to be very, very interesting to see how this functions. This is f1.2, so super fast, obviously manual. So it's going to be used, I think, primarily for video for us. So this is the second thing that we received. Very interesting. Let's put it aside. Now let's see what we have in the large box that we received. Now this thing was actually held up in customs, and because of that, they already open it. So it's kind of annoying, but this is what happens with customs sometimes. Okay, this is huge. By the way, this package is super, super heavy, really heavy. Now, this is very well wrapped. As you can see, there is foam on both sides, and despite the fact that they actually open it, it's still wrapped very nicely. You can see this is, I think, some sort of a protection. I'm not sure exactly what this is, but very nicely wrapped. So give me a second, I'll try and open it without destroying everything, because we'll probably need to return this later on. So I'll be back after I'll take it out of the box. So it took me a few minutes, but I was able to take this out of the box, and as you can see, this is a huge, huge light. This is the pipeline system by BBNS, a Danish company from Denmark, and it's a really, really powerful but very soft light. Now, about a year ago, a few months ago, we actually tested the Pipeline Reporter kit. You might remember this. There were magnificent lights, very, very soft, but the problem is that they were designed to shoot from a very close distance. They're not very powerful. They're usually used for vloggers, or maybe for shooting small objects or from very close distances. This is something completely different. This is huge light. As you can see, I think it's close to 1.5 meters, maybe more. I need to measure it. And it was extremely well packed. I actually never seen anything packed that well, because it's also very heavy. And it came, I didn't know that it's going to come with this Manfrotto Avenger type grip or handle that you're supposed to put on your light stand, or preferably because of the weight and size on a C-stand. So we're going to get, after Photokina, we're going to get a C-stand, we will do a review of a C-stand, and then we'll be able to put this on a C-stand and see how it actually operates. So I'm just going to give you a quick taste. I actually connected this. It was very, very simple. I'm going to give you a quick taste of how powerful this really is. So, as we are saying in the fifth element,
Aziz, light! Much better, thank you, Aziz.
And as you can see, this is extremely powerful. So it will be a real pleasure to test this. So thanks to BBNS for sending this very beautiful light to us, and we will give you a full review later on, possibly next month or a bit afterwards, because we have so many other products that we need to review. So next week I hope to give you, or basically in a few days, I hope to give you a bit better look at what we are going to do during Photokina. It's going to be a very extensive coverage of Photokina. Until then, don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. You can see all the links to these products on the written text of this article on Lensvid. See you next time.